Well, they sell plants there made that are made by Teens Grow Green.
Oh, that's my brother. Okay. I lived in that neighborhood and I've seen it there for years.
Yeah,
Never paid attention to what they
yeah.
do.
Well, Teens Grow Green bought it. It's a nonprofit that Charlie Eline started up, and they're doing quite well.
Oh.
Hey guys,
Hey,
Hey,
Brandon.
Brendan.
how's it going?
Great.
Hey.
It's good. Good to see you all. I'm not sure why Monica's cutting me out of the invites nowadays, but this is the fourth week in a row I haven't been able to get the login. But it's all right though. I appreciate you all logging in. So we got a pretty big week this week. Um, we'll be closing out the grant that Monica shared. I'm meeting with Dorothea tomorrow to kind of go over some game plans. I'll be meeting with the crew this weekend. We're gonna have a group out to do dome installations, which should be fun.
Hey,
Um,
Max.
hey. So yeah, we should have a really good time. Should be a productive week. Also, as far as the funding is concerned, I did just to touch base, I did reach out to um, Michael Huppy with Huppy and Abraham. He's sponsored us in the past. See if he'll be willing to sponsor some domes. Um, and my hope is that he comes through. He usually does this pretty well. And I've also reached out to Northwestern Mutual, filled out a survey and reached out to their team to see if there are any funds available that we may be able to have access to. I don't know if I shared with you all, we did the.
Brendan, talk up a little more,
Okay, forgive me.
please.
No worries, no worries. I don't know if I shared with you all. We did not, unfortunately, get the adopt a block from the city. However, we did get a notification from Northwest Side CDC, which is an organization that they're based over where A.L. Smith used to be, the old Eaton building, and they said that we can utilize one of their spaces. They were awarded a 25th. 25th Street. I don't recall the exact street, but they are looking for organizations to come in and actually do programming or do installations, do games, etc. So there may be opportunity for us to directly be involved with that, even though it won't be directly on 18th and Locals. We can still engage the communities that have been awarded those that committee.
Sounds good.
We can look at here. The minute I met with the county again this week, I asked Monica to share some developmental relationships article that they had for us, as well as the forum document. If you all have time, take a quick read at it. It's talking about police and community engagement, which is something that we do really well at. And so the last conversation Monica and I had yesterday, we talked about perhaps since the police officers and the sheriff's departments have worked with us in the past in the county parks, perhaps we can get them to engage with us in the domes and actually help with the installation as well, which would be good for the young people as far as that police and the police, yeah, exactly. Engagement. We did know. I mean, we took note and found out from previous years that the biases that the kids have as well as the officers have for the respective groups. The change with from playing sports together, being involved with each other, and just recognizing that hey, these are people. So I believe District 7 and District 5 would be willing to support us in that effort. We'll just put out the ask. So that's definitely something positive and have more hands.
Good. Good. Were you able to send in that information that the county required for to keep the ball going there?
I did, and so what I did, I sent in the ones that I have. I did tell them that there are a couple more coming in. They notified me that I could send those in later, but it's good to get the ball rolling. The contact there is Rachel Skitch or something like that. I did also ask them if I can invite you all into the next meetings that we have, so you can all be caught up to speed on the
Mm-hmm.
process. But
Mm-hmm.
so sure, yes, I did send in all the documentation that we
Okay.
have.
Hey, Brandon,
Yes.
if the police officers are going to be able to assist, that might be a great opportunity for some more media coverage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. I think that that's a great point. As Jim mentioned, once we have the domes all in place on 18th, just really promoting that, using that as as a benchmark to show people, hey, this is what it looks like, this is how it works, and because the high traffic area, we can definitely get the attention that we're looking for from Channel 4, 6, all the media outlets.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Um, one moment. Let me get out.
When would that county program start?
So it starts as soon as we as soon as they approve all of our staff members. It starts right away.
Okay.
Oh, did I get a resume to you?
I don't think I have your resume. I know
I
your
mean,
transcript.
transcripts.
Yeah, that's
I sent the transcript though, didn't I?
I don't let me. I'll double check, Dorothy, and follow up with you. I don't believe so. I didn't send yours in. So, but if you send it over to me, I think you did though. I kind of feel like you did. But if you did
Yeah.
share it over to me, I'll send it in. Send yours in right away.
Okay.
Brandon,
Yes.
who was the gentleman that was working on the gardens with us last year? I forgot his name. Huh?
Yusuf.
No, no. Uh,
Oh,
he,
oh, oh.
he worked at the restaurant downtown.
Todd.
Todd, thank you.
Yes. So I did
He's
invite.
gonna.
Yep, I did invite Todd to be a part. Todd also was awarded the grant from Employ Milwaukee, so he has a good number of hours to fill. So he'll be engaged with us majority of the summer also.
Okay, great. Yeah, because he just got a wealth of knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did a great job. He did a really good job with the young men as well. Once Melissa, Monica, and I were gone, it was just him and Brandon. So I think that he's gonna, I think he'll serve in that capacity really well for us this summer.
Sounds good.
Let's see here. I am going to stop by Hensley's tomorrow. We have a lot of seeds and equipment up there as well. So I'll have at least be able to give you all the seeds that we do have on hand. I know Jim
Mhm.
said you have some seeds also, but we purchased a lot. We purchased a lot of seedlings, a lot of the starter plants, and we can do that too this year. I don't mind,
Mhm.
supporting that area, but I know we do still have a lot of seeds that we didn't plant this past year.
Okay. Okay. Just along that same lines, Joan and I went to Stein's and we bought some plants, some of which we're going to donate to the Dome.
Okay.
And I also went to Teens Grow Green's website
Okay.
and bought a bunch. And I've got about close to a dozen plants that we'll be giving you. And I started some beans. These
Okay.
are, Dorothea, those remember the ones you were mentioning last week?
Right.
Yeah, well,
Cool.
I'm starting those from seed, and hopefully they'll germinate pretty quickly.
Okay.
And we should have at least 3-4 bean plants in there. So I got, but right now we have about, at least what I can get a list together, probably about, if you include everything, about 15 seedlings.
Okay.
That'll produce quite a few bushels.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, as I said, I'll just summarize them, all the ones that we got that we're going to, for lack of a better term, donate to Pep Nation.
Okay. We appreciate that. I will also Northwest side. So last year we participated in with a pop-up farmers market. We've been asked to participate in that again this year. I'm going to forward it over to all of you.
Okay.
It's just another way for us. Yeah, it went really well last year, and so they're asking us to do the same. This is a way for us to promote, sell the vegetables, but also promote the dome, which would be really.
I got another guy that wants a dome, by the way.
Oh, that's awesome. He's
Hensley.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had a meeting with him yesterday on, all our open issues relative to Belize.
Yes.
And he said, yeah, put one out here. So when you see him tomorrow, ask him where he wants it.
Okay, I will. I'll definitely do that. I'm just sending this over to you all. Yeah. I don't know if you all also saw the message from Andrew regarding the a couple partnerships that he's been percolating with.
Right.
So Friday, we're planning on meeting with Jeff. Jim, you're more than welcome to join us as well. We have to finalize the details as far as where we're going to meet. I know Andrew did say that he wasn't going to be able to make it because of his work schedule.
Right.
But finalize that, and then the other young lady, she's the one that I mentioned in last week's meeting regarding the Fast Forward grant.
Okay.
So I was hoping that they would join us today. I mean, it's kind of last minute, so I understand. At the same time, we'll see how they can, be a contributing partner, see what they can do to support efforts in the future.
Good. I met with a gal from Vincent High School this morning, and the reason being she's going to build a dome in the back of the high school there. Sarah Wilson is her name. She's in charge of culinary.
That's right.
So I talked to her for about an hour, and she's really excited to do it. And so it's another support. In fact, I invited her for Saturday, and she said she might come.
Okay.
So I said, at least you could see how they go together.
Yes.
A lot better. And so she's seriously thinking of coming.
Okay. Now
I told her 18th and Locust, right?
That's right. And she's the director of the culinary program there?
Yeah. Okay. We talked about some really, it all ties in with, she's looking at what are nutritious foods, then where do you get them from? Like the stores you've been talking about, how are they distributed? How are they grown? How are the seeds manufactured? So this, as we talk about, it's really a complete cycle. And I think we can be an integral part of it.
Okay. I love it. I think it's gonna work out really well. We'll Washington High School. I just made a couple notes on the email that I'm sending off to you all. It may make sense to reach out to their culinary department. I know that, or their director. I know that they're connected with Bartolotta's, the Bartolotta brand. They rehab the entire culinary classroom to mimic, what many of the household settings look like in the city of Milwaukee for kitchens. And so perhaps they would, by way of Sarah, we may be able to make some contact there.
Yeah, yeah. And you've met the head of the program there also has been on these food cooperative programs. And
Okay.
so she's been, actively involved with that. And that's Gail Krause, and I I still think Vincent High School could be the perfect place for launching a lot of these things here.
Okay.
Because they're talking about trying to do this, for 8 months, growing for 8 months a year. And there's a way that we can use the dome to do it.
Okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they have a dome currently, right? Didn't
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Andrew supplied it.
Okay. Okay. That's what I thought. And they would like to add an additional.
Yeah.
So that sounds really good. Let's see here. We handed in our proposal um, for the presentation for the Wisconsin Recreation Department. So that's gonna hit again in February. You all are welcome to participate. Once more information comes out, I'll be sure to share. I know that they are willing to cover room and board while they're for the conference. But it's just as another way to get some exposure and meet other recreation departments. Primarily it's about rugby and non-traditional sports and how playing these non-traditional sports can integrate, create inclusion and all that kind of jazz. But again, it's just another way for us to promote the work that we do in the community.
Okay. Good. Hey, I wanted to tell you, you remember you told me Suburban Lab is who was doing your testing?
Yes, sir.
I signed up for one of their tests also for our home here.
Very good.
They're going to send the bottles, so it'll be interesting how the whole process goes. But we could have some issues with the lead pipes here.
Yeah. I mean, I think that I think nationwide is definitely a issue and concern. I do believe that just reading some historical information about our former governor. This is early or late 1900s, late 1800s, early 1900s. His family, had lead mines, and then I believe he was also a mayor of Milwaukee. So, I mean, it makes sense at that time. That's what they were using. So I don't think that there's anyone or any community, that's going to be free of contamination. I think it's.
Oh, I agree with you.
So, but yeah, I think it'll be good though. I'm glad you reached out. Did you get a chance to speak to what is his name?
No. I called their 800 number and talked to a person there and got the information on how to do it. And so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
sounds good. That sounds good. Like I said, we're working on getting additional people to participate. Right now, we're looking at we have 5 that are committed so far for this weekend. Perhaps we'll have more, but I am
Who do you have all committed?
well, you, myself, um, uh, Andrew. Then I have another Andrew Harmon who's worked with us in the past, and I have Yusuf. I've also reached out to Garen to see if he'll be available, and two young men.
Now I'll be there.
Oh yeah, forgive me. Oh, you are going to be here, Dorothea? Okay, that's awesome. Dorothea,
Okay.
and we have two additional young men that I'm assuming are going to go before they're moving from the city of Milwaukee. So this would be a great way for them to.
Great. Wonderful.
I'll represent the women.
That's all right. That's all right. I mean, for so long we're most of our staff was women, so you're well represented. We appreciate that.
Okay.
Let's see. We talked about the plants for the domes. The soil. We talked about the soil. So is that something that we were going to look at for possibly next week, sometime
Yes,
we can do it?
yes, because we got to get that soil next week. So the week after,
The planting
we,
season.
we do all the planting.
Okay.
We should have those domes built. I bought all the PVC. They're all been cut. A friend of mine made some drill fixtures, so
Okay.
they're easy to drill. And I'm going to finish all the drilling here,
Okay.
so we don't have to do that on Saturday. So it'll be strictly the assembly.
Okay. Now I do have a good amount of the zip ties. I told you I purchased the the chicken wire as well. Should I get additional zip ties, or do you think this?
I'm bringing some also.
Okay.
Before you buy any, I still got 2 packets.
Okay. Okay. So
So
that.
we got that. And if you got, 4 bales of chicken wire,
Yeah.
that's 2 per dome.
Okay.
So that should work out.
Okay. Okay.
But
So
but the thing that we got to get ordered early next week is the soil, because we should put them all in.
okay. Okay.
You got a mixer.
That sounds good.
What?
You got a mixer. You know how much soil he should have?
Well, my recommendation right now is to buy 2. The minimum is 2 yards, and you get it from Blue Ribbon Organics,
Mm-hmm.
and it's $40 a yard is what they're charging us, as compared to 45, but it's $60 for delivery, no matter how many you get. But the minimum is 2, so it's 60 plus 40 is $140 for the soil, and that should be enough for the 3 domes.
What kind specifically?
Well, it's their garden blend. It's what they call
As far as I know you're also talking about doing some cardboard beds.
it. Yeah. Yep.
Are we looking to do that in the domes, or this is just something that we can do in addition?
No, what we do is we instead of throwing the cardboard box away, that's how we make the circular raised garden bed.
Okay.
We take a cardboard box. It's got to have at least 60 inches of perimeter.
Right.
Cut it up and use it. And so you've seen, we'll use the cardboard and the recycled bottles. That is kind of a cool selling point, is the fact that we are using recycled material. Like right now, lumber. If you wanted to build grow boxes with lumber, we'd have to take out a home loan.
Yeah, yeah. All building products are like twice the amount that they were last year. It's
Right.
So yeah, well, I mean, people are building. So okay, so that sounds good. I do have some additional cardboard here also, so we'll see what we can throw.
Yeah. The only thing that you got to look for, Brandon, is when you look at the box and you got the 4 sides,
Okay.
it's got to be at least 60 inches or 5 feet.
Okay.
How tall?
Well, and it's got to be about 9 to 12 inches tall. But that's usually not the problem. The problem is the periphery around it.
Okay.
Who's ordering the soil?
60 inches.
Paying for it.
Not me.
Well, nobody said they were going to do it.
You want me to order the soil from
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I send you an email with the specifications?
Yes, if you could, that'd be great.
Let me do that.
They're going to deliver it too, huh?
What?
They'll have to deliver it by Saturday or by Friday.
No, I don't. If we get those 2 domes built on Saturday, we will have mission accomplished.
Oh, okay.
So as long as, because I think the goal is to plant by the first one,
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
first week.
yeah. It's still cold out.
Yeah, it is.
Not like Mississippi.
Well, it was a warmer day, but she's in Milwaukee now,
Until next week.
yeah. So that's good. Okay, yeah. So if you can send me the blue ribbon information,
Yeah,
I'll order the domes.
I'll get you the specs.
Yeah.
And I'll also give you the guy's name who's our contact there,
Okay.
the owner.
Okay. All right. I wasn't at the first build, and I believe I put on the schedule like 9 to 3 or something like that, or 9 to 2. I don't think it's going to take that long. But
I thought you said 9 to 12, but maybe I'm wrong.
okay, it may have been 9 to 12. I wasn't. I guess I can check now. But my question is, I want to have some lunch for you guys. Should we just do like some sub sandwiches or something like that?
That'd be great.
I hear Joan in the background. She made some amazing sandwiches, so she wants to jump on in.
She walked away when she heard that. But,
okay,
yeah, because I'm going to pick up those plants from Teens Grow Green, and we've really got to publicize this, that they are a partner in this thing here, where it really makes sense to show the relationships between they're growing the seedlings, we're buying them from them, not all of them, but we're buying them from them. We're getting some other ones, things like that. Talking about seedlings, I cannot find any zucchini little seedlings. They are like gold this year.
Really?
Oh, wow.
I guess I've never seen a zucchini seedling, but zucchinis grow so fast, though. So
Well, yeah. Well, then maybe we should just use the seed.
yeah, because they grow like cucumbers. You close your eyes, and then all of a sudden you got a bunch of them, hanging. So that I can put zucchinis down.
Should I check and see if they have it in Mississippi? Zucchini.
Yeah, I'll buy some zucchini seeds because I still have a little potting soil left that I can and the jars or the plastic cups that I use, and I'll get at least 6 of those going. Well, 8. I want 2 here, and then we'll have 2 in each dome.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, I'll know. Like I said, I'll know tomorrow what all seeds we do have. I know we have quite a bit, but then we'll finalize. We'll sometime this weekend or next week.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. Curriculum. Oh, Brandon Beeman also agreed to come to record because we need some more content for the PeppTV for Monica. So he'll be out, recording and also, helping out with the build as well. So good for that.
Okay. Do any of you know somebody that could do some graphic illustrations on the computer? In other words, taking the domes, and I'm trying to get a story together where, why are we using a dome? What are the advantages, et cetera, et cetera? What plants do we grow in it? And I'm kind of this is driven off the fact that after I talked to Sarah this morning, these were all the questions that she asked. But I am not proficient in any of these drawing programs or CAD/CAM programs or whatever the proper term is. But if you know somebody that could do some of these things, it would really be helpful. I think we could do a little publishing.
Yeah, are you referring to like an illustration that shows, from kind of like that farm to table, showing that we're pulling the vegetables and we're putting, cooking them?
Yeah, that's part of it. That's part of it to show that sequence. You know, it's what we're calling it. You said farm to table.
Yeah, or dome the table.
Try this one: seed to table.
Seed the table, okay.
Seed to table, and so that brings that whole cycle together. From, the seed to the seedling to the plant to the produce to the shipment to the store to the consumption, etc. And I think that's taking something like that, and starting off, this food cycle, for lack of a better term, and showing where Pep Nation, can get involved with this thing. I also asked Sarah whether or not they might want to make seedlings for us next year as a student project. So I mean, we could literally put, if we really wanted to do a ton of domes, there's where we could go back and say, hey, as a student winter project, they could be growing these. Nothing wrong with Teens Grow Green, but I think it would be great to have two sources.
Right. I think the more the merrier. I don't think that they would be opposed to that. It brings you to another point. I spoke to NPS today, and they have reignited the Twilight Centers, which are 7 high schools here that we've serviced in the past. They do like an open gym concept, but they're looking to bring in vendors. So that may be a way for us to engage those young people. I think it's age 12 to 18, and we could do some seedlings, or we can elite. I mean, we're in the building, so we can have access not only to the young people, but as well as the administration is there too.
Okay. Good. That ties together. The nice thing is, out at Vincent High School, they do have like a greenhouse.
Oh, really?
A permanent structure. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's stuck right on the building there, and so it's heated and everything is set. So that would be the place where they could grow them. In fact, one of the teachers is growing. I mean, I saw trays and trays of seedlings.
Okay. We could probably bring in Sister Patricia too. They have and they haven't been using it because of the COVID, but they have the hydroponics with
right
system there. So maybe they'll be interested in getting some seedlings going on. It was really blossoming last
year.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's sounds good. I'm looking forward to getting your message. I'll go ahead and email these guys blue ribbon so we can get those seeds out.
Okay.
Soil. Looking forward to seeing you all on Saturday. If there's anything that comes up between now and then, like I said, I'm meeting with Dorothea, potentially Jim and I will be together on Friday if he wants to attend with Jeff. And looking forward to seeing you all Saturday.
Okay. As I said, I'll send you that list of plants that we've got that can be used on the 3 domes, but maybe all the folks on this call here, including myself, should say, okay, given that, how many more do we want, or where do we want to add them? Because we might have to buy some more from Teens Grow Green. They are very competitive. Yeah. I mean, they are less expensive than Stein's and Lowe's, when Lowe's had crummy ones.
Yeah.
And
try Home Depot and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyways, I'll get that list out to you.
Okay, that sounds great. And then we'll be able to finalize that by next week and have all the seeds and then be ready to plant.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll bring down one of those pieces of cardboard and just show you what we're talking about.
Okay. Give me that dimensions again.
Say it again.
Can I have those dimensions again?
What?
Dimensions. Forgive me. The
Oh,
dimensions.
oh, it's got to be if you look at the box
Yeah.
and you look at the periphery, the distance around it as it's standing upright.
Yeah.
Is it more? Is it 50? Is it at least 50 inches? Or
Okay.
no, 60 inches or 5 feet.
Yeah. Okay.
5 feet or 60 inches.
Okay.
And I mean, people throw these away every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
What I did is I took a little saber saw and went bzz, bzz, and you got it.
Okay.
It's a free raised garden bed.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
And it's a circle. You'll like when you see it Saturday.
All right.
You said 9 inches to 12 inches tall.
What?
You also said 9 to 12 inches tall.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
60 inches long, 9 to 12 inches tall.
Right.
Okay. Someone just ended up saying that they do a project called Print and Press Digital. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to ask her if she can do that. She said she could possibly do the project. So.
With the graphics?
The graphics.
Okay.
Yeah. Well.
Print and Press Digital.
Okay. Yeah. Reach out to her, Dorothea. Maybe she'd like to give us a couple hours.
Okay. Sounds great. Sounds great. Well, I'll follow up with Jeff as well. Jim, if you can make it, great. Dorothea, I'll see you at 7:30. And Monica, good talking to you.
Okay. Sounds good.
You guys all take care.
You too.
Okay. See you all Saturday.
Okay. See you Saturday.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Bye.
Love your backyard there, Jim.
Okay.